to Martin and Ronan's Weekend Best.
Yeah, my dad and I are here to jumpstart your weekend with some fantastic award-winning guests and some delicious food that is worth a gong or two.
Let's welcome the award-winning author whose books are an entertaining yet essential survival guide for all women of all ages.
And me.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's the brilliant Moran.
And the stand-up comedian who has won awards for his off-menu podcast but should have won an award for his role as Curtis Pritchard on Love Island. It's Ed Gamble, everyone!
Sorry, I could get this Love Island thing out the way now. I thought when the new series started, that would be it for Curtis Pritchard jokes.
Yeah.
So thanks for starting that again.
Well, I'm sorry, it's just too much. It's too much.
And it wouldn't be Saturday without heading into the kitchen and cooking up a fabulous feast with our resident chef, Shivi Ramoutar. Morning, Shiv. What are we cooking up today?
Morning, Martin. We're doing a Wimbledon-ready strawberries and cream ice cream sundae.
Oh, sounds amazing. Can't wait.
OK, now, we always like to get the conversation rolling with a little bit of a music question. So, which song was #1 on this day back in 2006? Do you know what? Catelyn, I'm going to start with you.
2006, I had a 3-year-old child, so all I was listening to was the Wiggles. So that's just the Wiggles and the Teletubbies. So I don't even know what was around in 2006.
2006, so you're going with Teletubbies. I think that's
let's say Teletubbies. That's all I know. This is quite Teletubbies-esque, isn't it?
It is, yeah, exactly. Yeah, in fact, Poe has absolutely ruined part of the grass over there. Anyway, don't worry about it. Ed, what about you?
Well, 2006, I was probably listening to a lot of Iron Maiden.
Yes.
So I'll have a punt on Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Well, that is a big Iron Maiden fan. Didn't you go to school with the singer of Iron Maiden?
My brother did.
Gary went to school with the singer of Iron Maiden.
Owens.
Oh, very good.
Right.
What about you, 2006?
I remember that time as it was kind of like there was a couple of years when it was just all women in the charts. I remember that.
Oh, thank God that's over.
Yeah.
So
It was kind of like Beyonce. It was Beyonce. It was Pink and
I know.
Yeah. I'm going to go Pink.
Well, shockingly, you are very close. It's not any of them, and it's not Teletubbies. Yeah. It's not Iron Maiden. It is.
That one.
Shakira. Yeah, it was Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. One of 2006's most successful songs worldwide, topping the charts of every major nation except for Sweden. Apparently not very big fans of lying hips in Sweden, no. The title Hips Don't Lie actually comes from Shakira's in-studio mantra about whether she's feeling the track or not. Now, to quote Shakira herself, if they're not moving, it ain't working. Speaking of daily mantras, Ed, do you have any mantras that you ever say to yourself? How do you get yourself G'd up for a gig, maybe?
Oh, no, I have to G myself down before a gig.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not that funny. I'm not that funny.
Your material is fine.
Yeah.
It's 7 out of 10.
Catelyn, what about you?
It's something that I have to remind myself about, and then my daughters now, I have to remind them as well, that 9 times out of 10, you're not having a nervous breakdown. You just need a cup of tea and a biscuit.
That's good.
It's astonishing how often you can confuse the two, but it often is just low blood sugar.
I quite like that one. Very good, Dan. What about you?
I use always believe in your soul.
Are you serious?
So true.
No, come on, be serious. Don't. I'm just a serious thing.
What about... sometimes I say, these are my salad days.
All right, that's enough. Right, no, come on, get on with it. Get on with it.
I'm just saying, you know.
Get on with it.
Now, since starting stand-up way back in 2007, his comedy career has gone from strength to strength and has now become one of the country's best-loved comedians. It's Ed Gamble, everyone!
Thanks for having me. Best loved, I'll take that.
Hey, listen, so you're going back out on tour?
Yeah.
Like playing in front of real-life people. You must be really excited for that.
I'm so excited. I'm quite nervous. I mean, a few gigs have happened since everything's been lifted. It's been fun, but for the first few, you do just feel like someone who's just wandered up from the audience. After sitting in your house for so long and not doing gigs and then getting back up on stage, it's like, why am I here?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's back on track now. I can't wait to get back out there.
But you did a few virtual ones as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did Zoom gigs, and I am very happy they're over.
Yeah.
Everyone has said this. Everyone has said that is the worst experience they've ever had.
Well, because no one could work out how to do them properly, so some of them you could hear some people in the audience. I did a few where you literally couldn't hear anything and you could only see your own face. So you're just doing your comedy to your own face, and then it was over, and you sort of just shut the laptop and went and sat back on the sofa. Not a nice feeling.
And when they did laugh, you didn't want to talk over them because you know,
exactly.
cuts them out, doesn't it?
You're on a delay, and yeah, it's just really bizarre. So actually being in front of people is going to be...
Oh, it sounds like a nightmare. As well as gigs, right, you've also been keeping yourself busy with Off Menu. Podcast, right, with James Acaster.
Yes, correct. Yeah, we do a podcast where we interview a special guest about their dream meal. Yeah.
It is, mate, like, I've got to say, you two together is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Was this the friend, like, obviously you two, I know that a load of, comedians, they know each other through the circuit. How have you and James when did you first kind of meet, and I guess how long have you been friends for?
Yeah, I mean, we met probably 2010, 2011 maybe, on the circuit, like you say.
Yeah.
But then all we talked about was food. We just text each other about food all the time and send each other pictures of our dinners and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like most comedians, we thought, well, our conversations are so interesting and amusing that the general public...
The world must know.
They must know.
Massive goal.
Wasting this gold on each other.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, yeah, we'd record it and put it out every week.
Ah, it's brilliant. What is the significance, though, of the secret ingredient?
Every week we have a secret ingredient that we decided we don't like, and then if the guest mentions the secret ingredient, they get kicked off the podcast. And it has only happened once, thankfully, and it was our friend Jade Adams, because if it had ever happened to someone we didn't know very well, it'd be a very awkward discussion.
What was the ingredient?
It was hundreds and thousands.
You
How
don't
likely?
Like
They add nothing to a dessert.
Well, that is terrible, because Shivi has got hundreds and thousands in her recipe
The
later.
menu today.
Right. Well,
That is terrible. She will change
see you later,
your mind.
Shivi, you're out of here.
Yeah, she will change your mind. She will change your mind. But I'm very offended by that. Wow. That sprinkle cake, Ed?
Yeah, well, obviously...
Sprinkle cake is delicious.
Yeah, the cake's delicious.
Well, no, don't go back, Ed. Don't
the
go back.
cake's delicious.
You've
It's not
dissed
the
sprinkle cake.
See, but this is the level of chat that we get on the podcast. Yeah. Genuine anger. People get so into things like hundreds and thousands.
I love it.
That's kind of like on my level. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
As well as the podcast, though, you've been keeping yourself busy with other things, like a little bit of karaoke.
Oh, yeah, OK. You've been rooting through my Instagram.
Yes, we have, yes.
Yeah, I mean, what do the neighbours think about this?
The neighbours... Luckily, we put the karaoke machine on this... We live at the end of a terrace, so that's nothing on the other side of that wall. But I'm pretty sure they could hear what was going on. It was quite a cathartic lockdown experience, just screaming karaoke songs at the tops of our voices.
You say screaming karaoke. Now, I've got a point in this picture, right? So this is New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Right. So, New Year's Eve, I'm just going to ask you, Callum, what songs do you play on New Year's Eve?
Dancing Queen, just on repeat.
Yeah, Dancing Queen, happy, fun songs. Go on, Ed, tell me, what song is this?
That is the Johnny Cash cover of Hurt by Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, so that is, and I'll quote you the lyrics. My empire of dirt, I will let you down, I will make you hurt. Did that raise the roof that night?
No, but it was a different sort of New Year's this year, wasn't it? It was a different vibe.
I mean...
I quite like it, but it's a bit depressing.
I was going to say, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you think it works on New Year's Eve, maybe it'll work on Saturday morning telly. Do you want to give it a go, Dan?
I'll give it a go. You got your guitar?
Go on, get you.
Right, here we go. Yeah, do you want to try it?
Absolutely not, no.
What, you're not gonna
Give it a go. No, you
Well,
go.
let's just see how good it is.
See how you go. Do you want me to hold your lyrics?
No,
for you?
that's all right. You just leave them there. I think I've got it.
Yeah.
We have a quick...
Let's see. Go on, we're ready. G ourselves up.
Okay,
Ready
here
for
we go.
Saturday
Happy
morning.
New Year,
Come on,
everyone.
then.
Yeah.
What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. I can't do that.
Wow.
Get rid of it.
This is the weirdest day of my life.
That was your fault.
One of the saddest songs I've ever heard.
Sat inside a Pixar film while Martin Kemp plays Hurt by Johnny Cash looking me directly in the eye.
Very good. Do you know what? I'm surprised, but I'm also not surprised because there's a person that is a friend of yours, a friend of mine as well, Joel Dommett.
Yes.
Right? Joel Dommett, and you share something very, very much in common in the sense of you both were secret goths. There
was no secret about my gothery, thank you.
I
There
mean,
we go.
look at
Is that a secret?
Wow.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, walk me through it. Is this an everyday look?
No, that was probably for a party, but not where the dress code was that. Yeah, not every day, but if I was going to gigs, I'd probably dress a bit like that, yeah. Do the devil lock, that
like
hairstyle's known.
Oh, you did the whole thing, right?
Yeah, loved it. Yeah.
Perfect. Caitlin, what about you? Were you?
I too was a goth, yeah. Well, I got accused of being a goth. I was trying to look like a Victorian lady, so I was in floor-length black dresses and kind of black lace mantillas, eyeliner and stuff. And people go, "You're a goth," and I go, "I'm trying to be Victorian." But...
Well, I mean, turning up at prep school is a little bit strange wearing that.
Yes.
No, but I remember you all dressed up like that, and you looked amazing.
Bright red hair down to here. It was all really good.
I've got someone else who tried his hand at being a goth. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was
more so less goth.
Sorry, that looks like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, less...
Yeah.
All right, Caitlin.
Well, it was a cross between Justin Bieber and Slipknot.
Well, I always say this, the worst thing about the silk scarf is I thought I looked like Russell Brand that night.
Wow. You look like one of the prison officers in Bad Girls.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. Listen, Ed, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. And tickets for Ed's new tour, Electric, are available now.
Yeah, time for a quick break, and then we'll be finding out how to be more than a woman from Catlin.
And Shivi's in the kitchen showing us how to make some homemade ice cream with hundreds and thousands.
Yes.
So excited for that. See you in a bit.
Yes.
To Martin and Roman's Weekend Best. We've got Caitlin Moran and Ed Gamble.
Yes, and shortly we're going to be heading into the kitchen with a lesson with our chef Shivi. But first, we want our guests to confess their deepest, darkest secrets in our free Saturday therapy session. Get it off your chest. Now, obviously, we like to think of the Weekend Best studio. It's become a little bit of a safe haven for our guests, a palace of tranquility, if you were, and somewhere to share an embarrassing moment from their past in order to cleanse their shameful souls.
Yeah, and after they've poured their hearts out, they can get it off their chest by throwing it into our Weekend Best chest, never to be mentioned again. And that is a promise.
Yes.
Right.
Caitlin.
Yes.
I believe you are going first.
I'm ready to share.
Right. Caitlin.
Yeah, that's Sir Paul McCartney, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was the worst day of my life. So, all of my life, I think even before I was born, I have loved Paul McCartney. Bit of a dilemma. I've never quite known whether I wanted him to be my brilliant dad or my sexy husband. But either way, I'm in on Macca.
Yeah.
And I eventually got to interview him about 10 years ago. And before you even meet McCartney, you get introduced to his instruments because they're so famous. So I went and met the guitar he wrote yesterday on. I met the Hofner bass.
Who's introducing you to these?
A very proud roadie who's like, have a look at this. And like, they look immaculate. And I'm crying at the yesterday guitar. I'm crying at the Hofner bass. I'm very emotional anyway. Finally going to meet McCartney. And I've interviewed many famous people over the years. And I've realised that the best way you show your heroes that you love them isn't by going, I really love you, I love the Beatles. They've heard it before. What you want to do is try and ask them a question so clever that they're like, oh, you get me. I've never been asked that question before. Right, now I like you. We can be friends. I'll be your dad's stroke husband. So I was like, I'm going to ask McCartney the cleverest question ever. And I asked him this clever question. Sir Paul McCartney, if, heaven forfend, you were in a terrible car crash and your face got completely smashed off, would you rebuild it as that of Sir Paul McCartney, or would you have another face? Meaning, this is a clever question because, like, do you want to have anonymity for, like, the next 20 years of your life? You've always changed the room. Do you want to be anonymous now, or do you want to still be Paul? It's a big, deep question.
I'd get that.
Thank you, it's clever. It's clever.
Yeah.
Paul didn't think it was a clever question. Paul thought it was a horrible question. And I know this because he went, that's a horrible question. And you're a horrible girl.
No!
And then turned back to the interview.
Great.
That's it, I'm burning all my Beatles records.
I made Paul angry and sad. Why did I do that? I've waited all my life to meet him. I made him both angry and sad. That's a complete failure. That was the worst day of my life.
It's a big first question
Well, I
to
think
ask.
I'm going to the chest, don't you, Ro?
That might be one of my favourite things we've ever put in there.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not so much a fan of the Beatles anyway, so...
Burn the Beatles records. Burn the Beatles records.
Don't send it, because it would be a hashtag on Twitter. Don't do it.
Isn't there a conspiracy theory that he died in a car crash and they replaced him, though? Do you
Yeah.
I
And that's
touched a nerve.
why Caitlin asked the question. And the real one...
He must have thought you were referencing that.
He must have.
Yeah.
Oh, because
the real one was behind the face going...
I want to make it clear, I don't think Paul should be in that chest. I think I should be in that chest.
Oh, it's a bit late for that now.
I should climb in that
Caitlin, he's
chest.
already in there with a bunch of stuff. Do you know what I mean? He's in there. No, I don't know why. Oh, yeah, he's in there with Julia Roberts, so he's having a great time. Don't worry about it. Right, Ed, you've got this.
I got a microphone. Yeah. So I was at a Paul McCartney gig. Yeah. No, it is a gig-based story, though. It was absolutely mortifying. When I was 14 or 15, I went to see a band called Dragon Force play at the Camden Underworld, who are probably the premier British power metal band. And they sing about dragons and wizards and stuff.
Sorry.
They're great. Thank you.
Sorry.
The Camden Underworld is no place for a 14-year-old boy.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. But I lied to get in, lied about my age to get in there, because I needed to see my beloved Dragon Force. Yeah. They'd only released one album at the time, Valley of the Damned, of course, we all know that. And they were playing that song, the title track, and I was down the front singing along to every word the whole night. And they'd spotted me singing along. To the point where the lead singer at the time, ZP, who I believe is now actually the lead singer in Whitesnake, saw me and handed me the microphone, big honour, handed me the microphone to sing some of the lyrics of the song, which I proceeded to then get wrong. Oh, no. What I started to do was I started to wrap up I started to do the end of the song, almost is like the worst heckle you can ever give a band, going like, let's speed this thing up a little. It's a 9-minute song. I think we get the general gist.
I get the bridge.
And he took the microphone off me, obviously, and just laughed in my face. It was absolutely mortifying.
Well, I like that. Let's get that in there.
those are two phenomenal stories.
Yeah. I did get to meet him after the gig, and I said, if you're in a car crash...
Yeah.
Right, because it's a clever question. Right? I'm going to ask all of you later if you keep your face.
It's funny you say that, because Paul McCartney, have you ever... No. Well, listen, there they go. Done. Never to be spoken about ever again. Now, look, growing up as the eldest of 8 children, homeschooled on a council estate in Wolverhampton, Kathleen Moran believed that if she was very good and worked very hard, she might one day evolve into Bill Murray. Luckily for the world, instead she evolved into the amazing author, journalist and an all-round top bloke. Her words, not mine. It's great to have her back on the show. Kathleen,
Thank
so
you.
good to have you on.
Welcome back.
Right, let's talk about the book. More Than a Woman. My dad's got it there.
Yeah. More Than a Woman. Do you want to sing that one?
Yeah, exactly.
Time for another
Where's my guitar? It broke earlier.
Is that what they told you? Yeah.
What's the response been like so far?
Oh, I've got to say, it's been amazing. So, like, this is a sequel to the book I wrote 10 years ago, which was How to Be a Woman, which is about your teens and your 20s and your 30s. And, like, kind of, that had a big impact, sold 1 million copies. And I thought it was about the hardest part of a woman's life, where you're working out who you are. And I was like, when you get to middle age, that's got to be the easy bit. Like, you're just going to... I thought I was going to be wearing linen trousers and having long lunches with girlfriends, and, like, life was going to be easy. And as I imagine all the middle-aged women at home are laughing now, because obviously when you get to middle age, you realise that's not what middle age is at all. Middle age is the hardest bit. It's where you've got the teenage kids, you've got ageing parents, your friends are getting divorced, and often as a middle-aged woman you feel like you are the 5th emergency service and you were just holding together the threads of society with your bare hands for no pay at all. And so that's what this book is about. It's basically like, if you thought it was bad when you were a teenage girl, wait till you hit perimenopause.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, a lot of thought's gone into it. I mean, let's take a look at the original cover idea here that we've got. That's clearly, I mean, they had a lot to go on.
I see where you're going now.
Yeah. Isn't it almost exactly the same?
Almost.
I mean, I know people spend like 10 years training to be graphic designers and stuff, and no shade on them, but this will astonish you, knocked that up in like 3 minutes.
Why not? Why not?
I actually love the picture. I think it looks like something out of Alfie.
Thank you. Well, you don't usually see smiley ladies. I was walking around all the bookshops and everybody looks really serious on the covers of their books. And, like, that's fair enough. If you're Barack Obama, you probably should. But I was like, I feel a bit giggly. I'm going to smile.
Yeah, you noticed them.
But, I mean, Kathleen, with you, you've never kind of shied away from kind of any subject. But this book, one of the sections in there, was obviously really close to your heart, and you said that you had to get part of your family's permission to talk about it.
Yeah, no, totally. So it's all about middle age. Everything is happening, but every so often something happens that's a particular emergency and sort of calls on all your resources. And so my daughter, at the age of 11, developed severe anxiety and depression, which then morphed into a very serious eating disorder, which she had for 5 years. Yeah. Before we go any further, I should make it clear she's completely recovered now, and secondly, she wanted me to write about this because, as she pointed out, for her generation, mental illness and eating disorders, they're not stigmatised. There's no shame in the way that our generation had. You know, we didn't talk about it when I was her age. And she said, we're the kids that are suffering with it, but you're our parents, you're supposed to be making us better and helping us, but you don't know how to talk about it. She was like, put it in the book, to put everything that you've learned about it in the book. And the thing that I learned is that when a child is physically showing that they're unhappy by not eating or self-harming or overdosing, it's because that's a communication. Yeah. They have to show it physically, and you need to get them back a step to the point where they can still talk about it. Go back to the bit where they can actually talk in words. And what I had to learn was to say to her, I can see you're sad, and I'm not scared of it, and I'm going to be with you. But that took 2 or 3 years to learn.
And I mean, obviously it took 2 or 3 years to learn, you say, but how was it to write it? Was it hard, or was it cathartic in a way because you were kind of like reopening it?
Yeah, no, I mean, I sobbed like a baby all the way through writing it, like, you know, and it could have been a whole book, but like kind of it's only sort of 2 chapters in the book because when you have an ill child, it's happening around everything else in your life as well. It's a full-time job to look after someone who's mentally ill, but you'll have to fit it in with your marriage and your other children and pets and friends. So, so yeah, the book is sort of very much a microcosm of just how you're trying to do everything at this age.
Well, I mean, look, your first memoir was called How to Be a Woman. This one, More Than a Woman.
Yeah.
But the next book, kind of going in the opposite direction.
I think it's going to be called Whap, 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 Still Womaning On. I'm going to do one every 10 years, then the last one will be, hopefully, How to Die, and I'll just type the last 3 words. And just park it. Milk every stage of life.
But you're currently on tour.
Yes, yeah, no, doing the live tours now. Obviously, they're slightly different because of COVID. Previously, when I've done them, the signings are the big things. I love being on stage. The signings can go on for... We've had one that went on 4.5 hours, and they keep the bar open wisely because they're making a lot of money. So they get quite hectic and raucous towards the end.
So are you going to carry on doing the signings now?
No, I can't on this tour, which is... But I will miss aspects of it. Like, I've signed some weird things in my time, as I'm sure you both have. I've had to sign a baby.
Yeah.
I've signed 3 generations of women's bazoomas in a line.
Yeah.
I've signed a man's genitals, just the top part. Yes.
What happened?
He just went, I'm not oppressing you. I want to make it clear that this is not a threat. And then just lowered his trousers to here and just got me to sort of sign across the top. And obviously I did the gag.
Oh, so it was across the top, not down?
Yeah, not down. No, obviously, yeah, just across the top, yeah.
You can't...
Yeah. Done that gag.
Sort of vertical.
Yeah. So I can just put a kiss, that's all there's room for.
First stop on the tour was Bradford. You made a few headlines there, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah?
So the day before I went there, I wanted to know, because when you're on tour, if you get the chance, you want to have a look around. You might never go to that town again. So I was just like, hey, Bradford, what's cool, what's good? Many people responded with great things to do in Bradford. Sort of like, you know, great museums and art galleries and things to do. But a lot of people from Leeds went, just go to Leeds instead. And it's always nice seeing which towns have rivalries with nearby towns.
I did enjoy the hard-hitting journalism, though, that came from Telegraph and Argus. Caitlin Moran set to visit Bradford attractions during visit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you know you made it.
That's when you know you've made it.
Caitlin, always a pleasure having you on the show. It really is. Glad you came back. And More Than a Woman is available now.
Yeah, after the break, we're heading to the kitchen to join our in-house chef, Shivi, who's showing us how to make some delicious homemade ice cream.
See you in a few minutes. Mine and Roman's Weekend Best.
Yes, indeed. We have moved to our kitchen with our resident chef, the sparkling Shivi Ramoutar. Lovely to see you.
It's my turn to be the student today. What are we cooking?
So it's Wimbledon finals weekend. So I thought we should sweetly celebrate with my strawberries and cream ice cream sundae.
Oh, but this look at that, Shivi's strawberries and cream ice cream. Nothing rhymes better with cream than just the word cream.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a wordsmith.
Exactly. You need something to wear, though.
Yeah, so we've got a pretty frilly dessert, and I thought, to suit, a pretty frilly number for Martin, because I know he can pull it off.
Oh, dessert for dessert.
Dessert for dessert, sweet for sweet.
It really matches your pants, actually. I know you've got those pants.
It's very Doris Day.
It is, and you've got little pockets, you can put hide little trinkets in there.
Oh, I love that. Something like I used to wear in Spandau, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you've got the little tutu, the frills, the nod to the tutu. I obviously thought about that. OK, so I love this. You know, I've got a major sweet tooth, so I'm so excited to have this recipe on today. It's brilliant because there's no churning and there's no fancy equipment. It's going to be gorgeous, it's going to be easy and simple. And I'm going to start with a strawberry compote.
Great.
So a compote is essentially a thickened fruit syrup And we're going to do this with 350 grams of strawberries going into our pan. Plus a splash of water. So you've got a little jug of water over by Roman there. Yeah, little splash of water going in there. And 4 tablespoons of sugar. I love compotes because it's such a great way to use up fruit. You know, especially if you've got fruit that looks a bit sad, a bit battered. This is a perfect way to do it. Not just for ice creams, but for things like pancakes, on top of yogurts, on top of desserts. It's so good. But we're going to use this compote to make our lovely ripple in our strawberries and ice cream. Ice cream. Strawberries and cream.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Great. And doesn't that smell of summer? Oh,
man, it's amazing.
So, I'm going to bring my heat up, Martin.
Yeah.
And then once that is bubbling away, then I'll bring it back down to simmer. Let that simmer for about 10 minutes until it's lovely and thick. And it's smelling good. You don't have to use strawberries. You OK there?
Yeah. It's all on.
My dad's one of those people that even with touchscreen, he thinks that if he presses it harder, it does it better.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you get a break.
Yeah, it's good. We're good. Just to say, compotes, it doesn't have to only be strawberries. You can add whatever fruit you want. Yeah.
Right.
So it's brilliant. You can freeze it in ice cubes, which is great for single portions on top of your pancakes and your cereals.
Oh, I love that.
OK, so that's going to bubble and boil down. And then, once it's cooled, because it has to cool, this is what you'll end up with. A lovely, thick, syrupy sauce, yeah?
Right.
Okay.
So let's bring our heat down, Martin.
Oh, my word, that smells nice.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just bring your heat down, Martin, again, because we've got it there, ready to go.
No, it's still
You
not
good?
off.
What? Has it got a bit
Press
right
it harder.
OK, it's off.
Yeah, it's done, yeah.
Oh, these fancy modern technology, eh, Martin? Good thing we have no equipment with us today.
Yeah.
It's just simple, old-school whisking. All right, so, as I said, you've got your lovely compote here, lovely and cooled, and it needs to be cooled to go into our ice cream, and if you're going into the freezer. So now we can make the ice cream.
Great, let's do it.
I've
always
got-
wanted to do this.
Yeah.
I know that everybody says to me it's really simple because I love ice cream, but I've never done it.
All right, you know, ice cream can be simple like this, but it can also be complicated where you have to make egg custard, you have to put it in a fancy machine, you have to keep churning it for hours on end. Not this one. This one is a special no-churn magical number. I've got a tin of condensed milk, 397 grams going in there.
What cream is this?
Condensed.
Condensed milk.
Oh, this is condensed
She
milk.
just said condensed milk.
I love that.
He goes, I've got loads of condensed milk going in there.
I love how you listen to me. You know, you really build up my confidence by listening to me. OK, so...
I am listening.
I know.
I'm just distracted.
No.
Did you
Condensed milk, my nan used to... My nan used to make condensed milk jelly.
Oh, really?
We used to have condensed milk jelly, and then we used to have, do you know the banger? Pink blancmange.
So, hold on. I thought you'd be too young to remember condensed
But
milk. Roman.
nan wasn't.
Yeah.
OK.
So my nan, after a roast dinner, it would just be condensed milk jelly.
You love
every week.
Do you know what? I love condensed milk. For me, it's a big part of my childhood too. And imagine yours as well, Martin.
It was condensed desserts like condensed milk jelly, and then like that blancmange. And you remember you used to get like the teddy bear like settling. What was it? Like little shape.
The mould.
Yeah.
The mould.
Yeah.
You'd get the teddy bear like moulds and the rabbit moulds and stuff like that. That's what I can remember.
Now that is a proper childhood.
Yeah.
Honestly, he used to go around to his nan's and he used to stand there watching her make it. He was going, jelly, 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 jelly.
It's also the same thing. It's also the same thing I used to sing when watching, like, I think Destiny's Child on the TV when they. I don't think
You're not ready for your jelly. Yeah. That classic tune. So, Martin, with the double cream and the condensed milk, I've also popped in vanilla extract, a teaspoonful of that
This
at the
one?
front. Yep. Oh. Yeah, lovely. And random but correct, a pinch of salt to bring out all that lovely sweetness.
Right. What?
Yeah, so...
What do you
all right,
mean?
We're not going to whack in all those, but little pinch will bring out the sweetness of everything in this.
All right. I feel like science.
It is science. It's over here on this side.
Oh my God!
There
I
you go.
really thought you had tipped in the whole amount of salt. Okay.
Don't do it. So you're just going to keep whisking this until it is really thick, and when you pop your finger on top of the surface, it leaves an indentation. So this requires a lot of flexing of those muscles of yours, Martin.
Right.
But if you wanted to, you can do this with an electric whisk.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. I may be really stupid saying this.
Yeah.
Warning, right? When you whisk something,
Yeah.
does it have to be round in a circle all the time? Because I see a lot of people going side to side.
So do you know what? The idea of whisking is incorporating air. So you can do it that way, but I like whisking up like that because I think it incorporates air quicker. And if you notice, I have less than quarter of the size of Martin's muscles, but mine is already thicker than Martin's.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Up here, he's thicker than you.
You're on fire today, Ro. OK, so... you're giving your muscle a break?
I just saw that coming. It was like a train coming towards you.
All right. Now, we could be here all day at the rate Martin's giving that a whisk. So, fortunately, I whisked ahead and I ended up with that. You may be lucky and find one there too, Martin.
Oh, great.
I did one for you, Mal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because, you know...
I did that in about 10 seconds.
Now, just pop your finger just on top of the surface and you'll see it leave an indentation.
Oh, yeah.
Very subtly. So that means it's ready. So, grab your cooled compote. It's lovely and cooled. And now this is where we have fun rippling.
Yeah.
At this stage, by the way, this is a perfect canvas for any kind of ice cream. You can throw chocolate chips in here, you can throw fresh fruit, you can throw jams, so you can do whatever you want with this, but we are obviously going all Wimbledon. So grab your compote, grab your spatula, and we are going to ripple. So behind this method is the key to not making it just pink strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
Just dollop a little bit of that compote in there, and just gently use your spatula to fold that around, so you're making little rivers, little rivulets of red strawberry wonderfulness.
Okay.
Yeah?
No,
go to town.
No.
Yeah.
I love Martin's response. Yeah?
Because I know what I'm doing here. You're making little rivers of red.
Rivers of red. That's a song there for you for your next album, Martin.
He's always been OK with the artistic bit.
Yeah,
OK.
I can do it.
And now?
A little more.
Don't lead him down the wrong path, Ro. I can see what you're doing.
He's trying to ruin it for me, isn't he?
A little more.
All right, that's all.
What, you're afraid you're going to run out? Give me a real bit.
No, that's enough.
And now I'm going to pop mine into a freezable tub.
Right.
Oh, my gosh, it smells so good.
Yeah, it smells.
Oh. All right, that's going into a tub. Now, you see here I've got some greaseproof paper. You know when you buy ice cream from the supermarket and you open the lid and you get like a piece of paper you have to pull off the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is to stop it from forming ice crystals on the surface, and we're going to do the same thing here. So that goes in there. That is looking and smelling delish. I want to shove my head in this. It smells so good.
No, that's right, because if you buy ice cream from the shop and you don't put the lid back on properly, you get all the crystals, don't you?
Yep, exactly. So there's science in that. We're going to do the same with baking paper or greaseproof paper and just shove that right on top.
Do you know what I can't believe? That we are, like, so many months into doing this show, and this is the first time where we're actually freezing something.
Oh. Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah.
No way, I don't believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, from the Queen of Freeze herself.
That's...
Yeah.
shocking. Well, we have to change that then. Everything's freezer food from here on in.
I know.
Okay. So this is going to actually go into freeze, actually freezing,
Yeah.
for about 4 to 6 hours until frozen solid.
You know what we need? A little bit of TV magic.
Oh, yeah, crack on. Very good. Look at that.
Here you go.
There we go. Big
See?
freeze reveal. Let's have a look. Oh, there's something about ripples in something that just makes me really happy and summery. It makes me very happy. Look at that.
Oh, man, that is so
That
good.
looks
Look at
delish.
Oh, my word, yeah.
Yeah, that absolutely...
Now, this, by the way, is the best part of this recipe. It's having fun, putting your sundae together, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So if you've got kids lying about... Sorry, if you've got kids lying... I don't know why I'm immediately pointing to Ro.
Thank you very much, Shiv. Yeah.
It's, you know, you can put different chocolate chips, fruit, you can do whatever you want, and they can have fun doing, creating their own mess before they eat it. So grab your little sundae cup.
Right.
Now, another key to pulling out beautifully scooped ice cream, we've got our ice cream scoop in hot water.
Hot water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always use that.
It's great, huh? But let's think about how we're going to make this look gorgeous, OK?
Right.
I think I'm going to start with a bit of crumbled meringue and compote at the bottom.
Yep, I like that.
Do your own. Do what you want, Martin. I don't want to...
How do you make yours?
A little bit of crumbled meringue in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to scoop in there.
Oh, man, it smells unbelievable.
It smells delicious, and you get those lovely chunks of strawberry from that beautiful ripple, and in that goes...
Ro, you can taste Shiv's today. I'm going to have this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Go. And then we can go to town with the other elements. I'm going to add a bit more meringue because I love the fruitiness. I'm going to add some more compote along the side because, remember, you want to create something that you can feast with your eyes before you feast with your belly.
Ooh, I like
You've got sprinkles over there.
Yep, don't you worry, Ro. You look like a sprinkles kind of guy. I'm going to sprinkle you up. All right, a little bit more there. Wafer.
Oh, that's basically you just put the whole tub of ice cream.
No, I haven't.
These things.
Generous, generous. Look at that. Oh, this makes me feel like a kid again.
Very good.
Look at that. Oh, there you go. You wanted flair? You got it, Ro.
Wow.
And you know what? That Wimbledon ready.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Look at this.
Strawberries and cream ice cream sundae.
Yeah. Very nice. Let me try Shiv's then. Chuck that down, Dad.
There you go.
Let me try that. I mean, how much would all of this cost?
£4.28.
Oh, you're
For the whole tub of ice cream and the compote.
Oh.
The extras, you add on as you go.
So how many servings do you reckon out of that? Like,
I reckon 6 servings. Because look at what's left in the tub.
whole family. Whole family.
Yeah.
There we go. Very good. Right.
absolutely delicious. Might even be my favourite one.
Really?
Yep, for all the details on how to make Shivi's strawberries and ice cream, head over to itv.com/food. Looking forward to seeing you again next Saturday.
Cannot wait.
That is ridiculously good.
Creamy, not icy. It's so good.
Not
huh?
icy, it's different. Yeah, amazing. Look, we also would love to see more of your aprons, so make sure you send us your ideas at weekendbest@cactustv.co.uk.
Yeah, time for a break, but don't go anywhere because we are going to be meeting our Weekend Best VIP. That's a very interesting person.
Plus, we've got some great TV recommendations just for you. See you in a bit.
See ya. Welcome back to Mike and Roman's Weekend Best. Captain Moran, Ed Gamble here with us this morning.
Yeah, it's good. What do you genuinely feel about the ice cream today?
Well, I feel like someone's put extra hundreds and thousands.
Yeah. I mean, Catelyn, we were talking about this. Ed doesn't like...
I'm just looking at
thousands. How can you not like hundreds and thousands?
Well, they add nothing. It's just like putting a bit of plastic on there.
No, no, don't be so.
They look like joy. That looks like birthdays and happiness and the sound of children's laughter.
That's
and
a lot.
you
All horrible things.
It's down to the bottom. That's it. It's beautiful.
I mean, I could eat a cup of these.
Yeah.
To be totally honest.
You're a food Grinch. That's
Lovely,
what
yeah. Now, look, if you're in the market for some top-notch TV recommendations, then step right up because here is our best picks.
Yeah, now my best pick of the week is the brilliant Long Lost Family on ITV. Back for its 11th series, it's still going strong and it is still pulling on those heartstrings. Presenters Davina McCall and Nikki Campbell, they try and help people find their long lost family and put them together. Here's a look at next week's episode.
When John was 13, his father told him he was adopted and recounted the dramatic circumstances in which they'd taken him in off the street.
This is Eidal Parade. Allegedly, my father found me in the pram parked outside these gates here. I was about 3 months of age. That's the story I got told. But whether it's true or not, I don't know.
Oh, it always makes you cry, that show. Always makes me emotional.
You cry at anything.
I know he does.
You cried when England beat Germany.
I know I did. I can't help it.
It was the first half. It was the first half. It was 0-0.
It's you know what makes me cry the most? It's success. When I see success on television, it's not sad things, it's really happy things when I see people who have kind of made it.
Yeah, that's why he never cries at me.
Shush. You can catch Long Lost Family on ITV Monday at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, well, look, to be fair, I'm actually surprised that you picked that.
Why?
Well, because this week, Rolling in It is back tonight with an extra special contestant, Omid Jalili. Yes, and oh yes, you were in it as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're in it as well. Yeah, look, Rolling in It, we know it, we love it. Great game show hosted by, oh my God, Stephen Mulhern's doing a game show. Who would have?
I know.
Stephen Mulhern.
That's why I did it to go down.
This must be his first ever show on TV. Yeah, proper Saturday night TV. Let's take a look, Dad, at how you got on.
Jordan, I hear that you are over the moon with your partner tonight.
It's just who I wanted. I'm so happy.
But what is it about Martin that you like so much?
I just fancy him, don't I?
Jordan, if you won big tonight, what would you spend it on?
Oh, I've been trying to get him down the aisle a while. Not him, well, I would, but no, my bra.
Oh, brilliant. Well, listen, fingers crossed for you. You're in good hands with Martin.
Wow. I'll tell you one thing, though. Stephen Mulhern knows how to lie, doesn't he? Good hands with Martin. You guys may not know this, right? May not know this, but my dad has gone down in TV history as quite potentially the worst celebrity guest ever on game shows.
Yeah, listen, it's true. I haven't got a great track record, but, you know, I have fun.
Yeah, and in fact, it rubs off on others, because we once went on... Do you remember that show, £1 Million Drop?
Oh, my goodness, that was terrible.
Yeah, for charity. The first question. We put a whole million on the first question. Gone.
Have charity started turning you down when you...
Yes. Yes. When my dad said, I want to play for this charity, I said, no thanks.
We got enough money.
We've actually got enough money. No, but I mean, but this one, how did you get? Don't give too much away, but
all will be revealed, Ro. You wait and see.
Either way, if he wins, great. If he loses, even better, and it'll be on YouTube. So, Robin, it starts tonight at 7 p.m. on ITV. Now, Caitlin, last time you came on the show, you gave us some great recommendations.
Yeah.
And I understand you got another one for us today.
Yeah. So I've just started watching The Kaminsky Method, which is Michael Douglas has come to TV. And for those of us who remember him in his kind of big rom-com days or, you know, sort of Wall Street and stuff, he's now on TV and he's playing... It depends if you're a fan, basically, of TV where there's two old Jewish men just bitching at each other all the time, and I am. That's what I want. Two people just moaning at each other constantly. What they're eating, what's happening. They're constantly moaning, but it's got a heart to it because they are confronting their mortality as they age. And in the first episode, we see Michael Douglas's best friend, his wife dies, and so he's trying to help his friend through this kind of grief and mourning. So on the one hand, it's really funny. On the other hand, it's incredibly heartfelt.
It's so great.
I mean, that kind of sounds like Ed Gamble's New Year's Eve. On the one side, he's really funny. On the other side, he's singing "Hurt" by Johnny Cash. Yeah, exactly. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look at a clip of The Kaminsky Method.
So how's your love life? You're still seeing what's her name, Trisket?
Tristan, and no.
Oh, that's too bad. She was kind of cute.
Well, we didn't have much to talk about. You know, she was half my age.
Half your age is still an old woman. You have a visitor.
Oh, Sandy. Hey, kiddo. Listen, when I'm gone, why don't you look after Norman? Me? Yeah, you're his best friend, right? I don't know, am I?
No, but don't argue with her.
You got it.
And you can check that out on Netflix. Great stuff. Some brilliant recommendations in there.
Yeah. Time now to meet another Weekend Best VIP. That's very interesting person.
Yeah, and this week's VIP has been setting the internet ablaze with her amazing ability to transform herself into an assortment of celebrities, all with the flick of a makeup brush, putting the mask into mascara. Please welcome Beth Gallagher, everyone! Beth, now, before we talk about your incredible skill, I think we kind of need to see what it is that you do. So let's take a look at this picture. We'll just show the guys this. Now, what you guys are looking at is a whole host of celebrities. But, Beth, this is you transforming yourself into those celebrities using only makeup. How can you do this to yourself so drastically?
I've always done art, you see, and I've got, like, an eye for detail, so I just pick up features and then I use, like, concealers and bronzers and everything and just contour my face just to look like the celebrities. And then just face paint as well.
Listen, I think it's absolutely amazing. When I saw that picture, I was absolutely stunned. How do you choose which celebrities you're going to do? Are you looking for something in particular?
You know what? I just go with it. Like, when I did the Tiger King, I was watching... Joe Exotic, I watched Tiger King last year and that's what set it off, and then it just went from there. And I've grown up in Manchester, always loved Oasis, and then I did Noel and Liam, and then The Queen. Yeah, it was just random.
I think we've got a picture of you doing Noel and Liam. Let's take a quick look at this. Look at that.
Oh, man, that is incredible.
That is very, very good. I mean, at least you've got them singing together. No one else can do that, which is pretty much... that's fantastic.
And they look as miserable as they really are in real life. Amazing.
Your words, not mine. I'm not starting that beef. Thank you very much. Now, I've got to ask, Beth, how long does it take to do something like that?
I'd say some take an hour and then some can take up to 4 hours.
Wow. I mean, we're watching you do it here. I mean, it just looks so much detail. I mean, is there any celebrity that you haven't done it yet that you really wanna crack?
I could try like one of you, maybe. Yeah, I'd like to maybe try like Martin. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why she said you?
What?
More wrinkles.
I tell you what, if you do that, then we'll show it next week.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, 100%. If you do it, we'll show it next week. And do you know what? The best thing as well is that if you do Ed Gamble, you save money for a Curtis Pritchard one as well.
I can't believe I agreed to come on this show.
He says as he eats his hundreds of thousands.
Thanks for the ice cream.
Beth, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Let's hear from Beth Gallagher, everyone.
Thank you.
Wonderful, Beth, wonderful. That's your lot for today, but if you fancy watching us all over again or you missed any of the show, you can catch up now on the ITV Hub.
Let's hear it for our guest today, Moran.
And Gamble.
Yes. And, of course, Shivi.
We're back tomorrow with Tom Kerridge, Nina Wadia and Dominic Monaghan.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.